Okay, the next step, once you've sort of adjusted your enlarger, so that you have a 1/2 inch here and a 1/2 inch here, you need to focus. And by using this is not a grain focuser, it's an overall sort of focus, a mirror focuser. It's just a reflection kind of focusing device. You set it on here, make sure you have a piece of paper in here because there is a difference between where it would sit on the actual easel versus the paper. There's a thickness to the paper, so you want to do that. And then just kind of get down and look at this and grab a hold of the knob and then you can focus this. Okay. Now you can do it, you know, with your eye from here, but this works a little bit better. And you can move this around to different parts of the negative to see, okay, just to make sure it's in focus, but don't forget to do that. Okay, we set the aperture on f4 or 5/6. It's going to depend on your particular enlarger. And then we shut the enlarger off. Okay. Take this paper out, okay, which is just an old contact sheet, and get into your box of paper. And I'm not going to open this up because we're using light in here, but in the underneath safe lights, you open this up. Pull out test strips that you've already cut, right, and make a test strip of this particular negative. Now, what I look for when I'm doing test strips is lights and darks of the negative, and try to get sort of a little bit of each of those things. That'll pick up the right amount of light for the overall negative if you do that. And usually it's just setting the paper down like this. Now you'll need a piece of cardboard to do that. Okay? And black works best, so there's no reflections. So you want to grab a piece of board out in the box that's outside. Set your timer on 2 seconds. So we're going to do 2-second intervals when we do this. And you want to sort of lay this over top of the paper, just like this. But you don't want to touch the paper. If you touch it, you could actually move it, and you don't want any movement here. And then it's a little bit awkward from where I'm standing, so you can all see. But you start off with 2-second intervals. Move this about 1 inch and do it again. And you continue to do this the whole way across the paper. Now, this will actually be the final one, which is 2 seconds. So it'll be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And this will tell you, once you develop it, the approximate exposure of the final print. Now, usually what I tell people to do is to pick one of these wedges, the one you think should be the right exposure, and make a whole test strip of that. I really want to do test strips and not waste paper up until the point where I'm going to make my final print. So it's a good idea to do a lot of test strips. So cut up a couple pieces of paper and have test strips ready to go. Okay. Questions about that? Okay. Thank you.